Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the UCF head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UCF Knights offense will have the first possession of the game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. At the 4, snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, it's the first 3rd down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Watson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball, going to be a turnover.
And when we got the weather report, we knew this could happen, man. It's raining like crazy. Really hard just to take a snap, and then you hand it off. That thing starts to get heavy. That's a big mistake early in this football game.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Singleton. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. The run inside. It's Ball. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. Finding some room. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Pryor. action on first down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Direct snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
He's got it. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. At the 35, he's got room. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
So now it's 2nd. To throw, it's Barnett. Plucks it out of the air. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
First quarter in the books. Let's see how these two wide receivers are stacking up so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Running inside, it's Watson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Knights will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. Touchdown. Special teams coming through. The
Kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes zoof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Off the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a gift to Watson. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He might want another play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's first and 15. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
Another incompletion on third down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the UCF sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. And they can't make the play on third down. The Knights will punt it away on fourth down. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. There's some room. He's at the 40. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Wade. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Makes the grab on the left. Runs through a man, and he might have space. The 30. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, UCF!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the play fake. Stepping to the right. He's going to take off. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
The Knights will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he told me that he is probably going to stick with this young player. Although they are leading right now, he is concerned about the play of this young star. He said, I've got to see a more consistent performance for him here in the second half, but they are going to give him that opportunity to right the ship. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Ball again. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Jones wants to throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Gators will try to punch it in on first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Send the tight end in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Looking to the big tight end. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
Lets it fly. Upstairs to make the catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. Quarterback empties his backfield. Jones to throw. He's got him. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback will keep it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Singleton. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
This quarterback part of their running game.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every...
A shot toward the end zone, and that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead.
Maybe a crease. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory.
It's simple play, simple game. Get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's ball.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard.
Caught, and he's got room. And they're able to make the tackle.
Interesting play call there, right? You gave up a sack on the first play, so now these DNs are licking their chops. And you let them get a free rush at the quarterback because you've set up the screen. They're thinking, we're going to get back-to-back sacks. Just throw it right over top into the running back. You get some of those yards back now, at least giving you a chance here on third down.
He gets just a few links away from that first down marker as they almost convert on third down there. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's ball. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Backed up now. Here's second and long. In the red area, it's ball. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the...
Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To the air, it's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And this is just one of the...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little.
Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And that is how we will wrap this one up. All business